So scale factor and dilations. What does it mean if something is dilated? Okay, bigger or smaller. When you go to get your eyes checked, they dilate your pupils. They make the black part really big so they can make sure everything's healthy. Okay, things get dilated, not just meaning shrinking, not meaning growing, but meaning changing sizes. Okay, so Jim, will you read that for me? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Harold and his friends went to a wizard camp where they took black and spells and potions. The group tried several potions that would either cause you to grow or shrink based on the scale factor of the potion. Fill out the table to show the effect the potions had on Harold and his friends.
All right, thank you. So, our first person started at 60 inches, and the scale factor that they drank was 1/2. So that means they changed by 1/2. So I multiplied, and I got 30 inches. So, did my person grow or shrink? They shrank. Okay? Now, next we have a person who is 64 inches, and they're going to drink something that's scale factor of 3. What is their new height?
So you just times it?
Yep. 192 inches. So if they started at 64 inches and they're 192, did they grow or shrink?
They grew.
They grew.
Mrs., can I change my chair really quick?
Okay, the next one. A little bit shorter. They started at 56. Their scale factor was 1/8. So 56 times 1/8 is what? 7 inches. So now this person is shorter than a ruler. Okay, did they get shorter or bigger? They shrank. Okay, now a 58-inch person is drinking a scale factor of 2.5. What is their new height? Yep, 145 inches. So what did this person do? They grew. All right, do the next two by yourself. Don't say the answer. Give everybody a chance. When you're finished, check with mine. See if you got the same answer. Hopefully you did. So the 60-inch person is now 24 inches, which means they shrank. And then the 62-inch person is now 93, which means they grew. Okay, everybody okay with multiplying by scale factor? Super easy, right? All right, so every single time, how did we find the new height? We multiplied our scale factor by our starting height. So when we're doing scale factor, it's always, always, always a multiply, which means our algebra part that we're going to do next week is easy because you're just multiplying. So when you have a scale factor, you're just multiplying. If I ask you to find a new shape, you're going to multiply. Okay? Now let's look at our scale factors. Look over here in the last column. Which ones caused us to grow? Which scale factors? What are they specifically?
Whole numbers.
3.
Oh, you want us to put like...
What else?
2.5.
2.5. So they're not all whole numbers. What else?
3, 2.
3 over 2. What do we notice about those 3 numbers? Okay. They are all greater than 1. They're all greater than 1. So a scale factor greater than 1 means you're going to grow. Okay, let's look at the 3 scale factors that caused us to shrink. What were they?
0.4.
We have 1/2. We have 0.4. And what else?
1.8.
And 1/8.
1.8.
What do we notice about those numbers?
Smaller than 1.
They're all less than 1. That is not a coincidence. Okay, so greater than 1, grow. Less than 1 means shrink. So there's no negative scale factors. It's just either greater than 1 or less than 1. All right, so if I drink a scale factor, yes, Gemma?
Oh, no, I was going to answer.
Okay, if I have a scale factor of 1 and I drink it, what is going to happen?
You grow.
You stay the same. Okay, it does not affect you. Multiplying by 1 means it stays the same. There's a very important word you need to know here that you're going to see. Preserve. You're going to use this word in your homework today. Preserve means to keep. Another way to say 1 is like 8/8. Does everybody agree that that equals 1?
Yes.
Or 1.0? Does that equal 1? Yeah. Okay. So know that it's not just going to be the 1. It might be 8/8 or 12/12. Any questions on this part? Very easy. All we're doing is multiplying. That's it. All right. So on the back, we're going to go over some of the vocabulary. And then I'm going to show you how to find the scale factor also. Okay. So it says scale factor is a ratio. A ratio is just a comparison of corresponding sides. Okay. When I ask you if you like scale factor, your answer is always no. N-O. Do you like scale factor?
No.
No. New over original. New over original. So, do I like scale factor?
No.
No. I mean, you should because it's easy. But N-O helps us to remember new over original. Because the only way you're going to miss this is if you switch the numbers. Okay? New over original. Okay? It's image over pre-image. The image might be like A prime over A. So this little thing up here is called prime. So a number with a little mark means it is the new. And this is going to make more sense when we put them on coordinate grids after Thanksgiving. Okay, so A with this little mark means it's a new image. All right, do you like scale factor? No. Angles are congruent. Sides are proportional. Do you like scale factor?
Yes.
No. No. Okay, this is just a quick review. If a scale factor is blank than 1, it enlarges.
Bigger.
Bigger, greater, more, whatever. If it's more than 1, it enlarges. And if it is smaller or less, it is reducing. All right. A dilation is just a transformation that enlarges or makes bigger. Enlarges or reduces. There's 4 different types of transformations we're going to talk about. Dilations is the easy one because you're just multiplying. Sometimes we do things where you slide your shape. Sometimes we flip. And sometimes we rotate. But dilations are the easy one. You're just multiplying, making bigger or smaller. Okay? And then to dilate a figure, what did we do with our scale factor? Multiply. Good. To dilate a figure, literally all you do is multiply. That's it. All right, so here we have our shapes, and I have a scale factor of 2/5. Maybe this is my original picture, and I'm using a scale factor of 2/5 to create a new picture. Is my picture going to get bigger or smaller?
Smaller.
Why? Yes, it's less than 1, so my new numbers should be smaller. Okay, so I want you to actually tell me the new numbers. What do you think I should do?
Multiply. Multiply by 2.5.
Multiply 35 by 2/5. You're going to do both, but you're doing the top first. What do you get when you multiply the top?
14.
14. What do you get when you do the side? 6. So our new shape is 14 by 6. When you're talking about dimensions, they always say this by that. That's the numbers. Okay? Pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, Jim is alive. Everybody else, is it pretty easy?
Yeah.
Yes, this is not tricky, so don't make it harder than it is, okay? 3.5. What's going to happen to this new picture? It's going to enlarge. All right, how do I find the new top? Multiply. Everybody's using their calculators, not waiting on me.
Is there like a
Multiply scale factor times the number. All you're doing is multiplying by the scale factor. That's it.
So what about the height?
We're going to do that. We're going to do one at a time. So we're doing the top first. What does the top equal? 77. Good, David. And then we got to do the side. The side is 10 times 3.5, which is 35. So that's all we're doing is we're multiplying by the scale factor. That's it. Yes.
Would it matter, like, what side you do on? Like, could you do 35 by 77? Would it matter?
No. But like on the homework, I'm telling you top over bottom. That's why I'm doing it this way. Okay, the next one. Is it a reduction or an enlargement?
Enlarge.
How do we know?
Over 1.
Even though it's a fraction?
Yeah.
Yes, because what kind of fraction is it?
A mix.
Improper, yeah. Okay. All right, so 30 times 5 over 3 equals 50. 24 times 5 over 3 equals 40. So it's a 50 by 40. And technically we should have the units, but I forgot on the other classes. Okay, so if you are making the new numbers, all you do is multiply by the scale factor. Tell your neighbor. Multiply by the scale factor. All right, now the last two examples here are going the other way. I have this original picture. I have my enlargement, and I want to know how much did it change by. What's the question?
If this is the height, then what's the other one?
The base and the height, the length and the width, whatever.
It was on
Yeah. Okay, so now I want to know how to find the scale factor. I want to go backwards. So, do you like scale factor? No. Anytime you are looking for the scale factor, the answer is no. N-O. New over original. Okay? So, remember I talked about up here, the image has the little tick mark. Is our new shape bigger or smaller?
Bigger.
It's bigger. This is our new shape. You always want to label the new shape. Okay? We're going to pick a side. GH. So I need a number that GH is. What is GH? Sorry, G prime, H prime. My bad. 10. Remember the new side goes over the original side. What was it originally? 8. Okay? You always want to check 2 just to be sure. So now the bottom. I want to go back to the new shape first. What's the bottom?
15.
What's the original shape? 12. Okay? Divide those and tell me what you get.
We don't cross multiply.
Nope, you're dividing.
So we divide like we would cross multiply.
No, 10 divided by 8. 15 divided by 12. Or you can just put it in as a fraction. That's fine. What is the answer? 1.25. Now, sometimes they want you to leave it as a fraction as we get into graphing. So, if you have 1.25 in your calculator right now, how do you change that to a fraction?
Divide to
1
Alpha,
alpha.
alpha, y equals 4, enter. So, do that right now. Alpha, y equals 4, enter. That's going to be very important as we start graphing for you to remember.
5 over 4.
5 over 4. Good.
Wait, what do we put?
Alpha, y equals 4, enter. Okay? So, anytime it asks you to find the scale factor, your answer is no. How do you find scale factor? No. Okay? New over original. Now, did our new shape get bigger? Yes. So, was our answer bigger than 1? Yeah, that's another easy way to make sure that you got it right. Okay? On the second one, our new shape got what? Smaller. This is the new shape. How do we know it's the new shape?
Because it has the
Yeah, it has these little tick marks. It's prime. That's how we know it's our new shape. Find the scale factor. What's your answer? No, I'm not finding the scale factor, but I really am. Okay? So the top. What is the top number? 12. This one right here. What's the number on the original shape? 18. Okay, let's do the side. What's the new shape? 8. What's the original? 12. Divide those and tell me what you get. So we got 0.6 repeating. What is the fraction? 2/3. Good. When it's a repeating, you always need to change it to the fraction. And you'll see why when we start graphing. Okay? So if you have scale factor, multiply. If you're looking for scale factor, no. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay. Does it seem pretty easy? Okay. It is. So if you're like, is it really this easy? Yeah, that's it. Okay. We're going to put it on coordinate grid.